What is up, A team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending on where you're at, but I hope it's awesome. And yes, I don't know how awesome it can be, considering that the markets have absolutely taken a crap. I like the title of the video. This is insane. It's insane what's going on right now. I don't think anyone outside of the Trump administration could probably people out there that say that they predicted it and stuff like that. But I don't think anyone, the average person out here was able to really say that it was going to do exactly this. If so, you'd see a bunch of the rich people out there not be so upset at what's happening right now. And what's even crazier about this is that they're anticipating that there could be another 20% decline in the markets. So it's going to get crazy. This is I would consider this a black swan event for this year. I think anyone that was anticipating or asking, hey, when's the black swan event going to happen? I mean, I think we're witnessing it in real time right now. But it is kind of suck. It does suck. I will admit 100%. It does suck to see profits, to see everything that once hit a high come back down so quickly when there was just so much excitement and a lot of things that we were looking forward to coming here in 2025. Everything that we thought would happen with Trump coming into office has completely done the exact opposite. And so again, I think some people are probably pretty bummed out by it to wake up and see that everything that they've worked for has gone into the tank. But it is what it is. The good thing is a majority of us bought crypto and bought a lot of things way back in the bear market, and so we're up. But I mean, it's not where it was before. So that's kind of the disappointing side of it. However, we're in this for the long haul. This is not if you are in crypto and you're in here to make money quick. Sorry, I got news for you. Like, this isn't the place for you. And if you have I guess the word is that if you are a weak-minded person, you should probably not be in crypto, because it's really hard to not sell your positions or get flustered and get basically sell your positions to the institutional investors, because that's what's happening here. A lot of people are getting bought out of this market right now. Hopefully, you guys are staying on board. Hopefully, you guys are not panic selling, and you guys are, saying, okay, I'm just going to continue to accumulate. This is a really, really good accumulation phase right now. We talk about this a lot on the channel, like when to accumulate, how to accumulate. I mean, we talked just recently that, a couple weeks ago, I was saying that, an accumulation phase with XRP is perfect, right? We want to accumulate as much as possible. And anyone that's new to crypto, this is a perfect time to start accumulating to your bag. You shouldn't even be thinking about selling. You should just be thinking about accumulating. And that's kind of where a lot of us are, to accumulate as much as possible. But the panicking, don't be a panicking, not my term. The panicking thing is pretty funny. So if you guys don't know, let's jump into these things. We have a lot to cover today because, I mean, as you can see, the markets tried to make a comeback today. We are down still 5.82% on the 24-hour marker. I mean, Ethereum, these lows that we reached on these things is insane. I mean, it's kind of crazy looking at this chart. Like, I haven't seen a chart like this, honestly, probably since 2020. Dude, I mean, probably since mid 2023, we've seen crypto like this. You got to think 2024 was actually a pretty good year for crypto when you're looking back. Like, I mean, we're seeing things like, 27% in a top 10 crypto. We're seeing 16% for Ethereum in 7 days. 16% for Solana. Solana went below $100. Ethereum went back down, to its lows of the cycle. It's a wild ride right now, and I don't think I don't know where the bottom is. I don't think that anyone can predict where the bottom is. The only person that can predict where the bottom's at is going to be Donald Trump himself, because every time he brings up the word tariff, obviously that's a marker for market collapse. And I mean, the markets are down significantly. Right here, it says we teeter on the bear market as Trump threatens higher China tariffs. China came back with a retaliatory tariff. And then Trump said, hey, if you continue that, we're actually going to put a 50% tariff on China if it doesn't remove the retaliatory tariff. So there's obviously a massive war going on that we thought would happen. I just didn't think it was going to be to the extent of where it's at right now. I mean, we got stock markets, circuit breakers, quote unquote, going down to where people can't trade on the open markets. It's just it's a shit show. I don't know how else to say it clearly without it's an absolute fucking shit show, dude. Excuse my language, but it's frustrating. And I know everyone here is probably frustrated by it too. But that's kind of where it's at, man. It's an absolute shit show, dude. And what's even suckier about it, is that you have all this fake news out here basically throwing out stuff like, hey, he's going to, the White House is pausing this for 90 days. Well, come on, that's a lie. That's not true. And so the markets came back, swung back massively. And then everyone's like, wait a second, that's a lie. It's not going to actually, there's not going to be no pause to tariffs. And then it came crashing back down again. So it's just this massive wild ride. This is basically my portfolio here. I think everyone's portfolio. Thank God I diversified into stocks and crypto as well, because it's all doing really, really well. So, yeah, what's up, Racket? Good to see you, buddy. So tariffs are only bad when the USA does it. Grow up, you crybaby wussies. Yes, but it's necessary. This is too shall pass. Yeah, this is the markets are going to come back. Like there's no question about it. I'm just saying temporarily right now, it does kind of suck to see the markets down 100%. I do think that we should hold other people accountable because we've been taken advantage of as a country for sure. A lot of us taxpayers have been paying out to random shit that we don't even know about. I mean, we all saw that uncovered. So I do think that it's nice to see some accountability to the other side here. It just sucks that we were already teetering on the verge of a recession. Talks of recession were out there, and I think we just poured gasoline on that, which caused the market fallout to happen. And unfortunately, like I said, a lot of people that are new to crypto bought in hopes of the markets doing well in 2025. I mean, a lot of signs were showing that 2025 was going to be a good year, and 2025 is not over. I mean, we still have a long ways to go, but I mean, we haven't seen this big of a crash. What I think since 1987 now, that this is like one of the bigger crashes in the market. So I mean, it's a pretty big downfall. However, when in doubt, zoom out. A lot of people that have been in crypto for a long time, we are up on our bags. I mean, like even like let's just take HBAR. Yeah, it was 700-800%. Now it's a 400%. XRP was also anywhere from a 700 to 800% at its highs here. Now we're roughly about a 400% as well. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, about 5, almost a 600% up. So we're still up significantly on the bags. It just, like I said, sucks to see your stuff dwindle. So I'm trying to say I feel your pain when it comes to that, because I too am like, man, that does suck to sort of see that get washed away. It's long past time that America stood up for itself. I agree. I'm not saying the tariffs are bad. I want to make that very clear. I'm not saying that the tariffs are bad. I looked at both sides. There's good points on both sides of the aisle here on why tariffs are good and why tariffs are bad. I don't think that they're necessarily bad. I think that they could actually do a good job of bringing people to the table to discuss how they should take advantage of America. And so I'm kind of on board with that. However, again, talking of tariffs and a trade war causes a lot of panic in the markets, which we see right here. So that's the only side where I'm like, yeah, that kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Likely move to the red week until the 9th. Yeah. Whoever just said that is a moron, considering the tariff levels of other countries are a lie. Yeah, I don't even know what to do. We're just told what they are. We have no idea what they really are. I mean, they just say that's what the tariff levels are. Do we really know? I mean, where do you verify that? I mean, how do you even know that that's really what it is? Crypto's holding up well. Yeah, crypto's actually not doing. I mean, it's not doing horrible. Like I said, a lot of us been in crypto for a long time. So, like I said, when I look back and I zoom out on this, I mean, our levels are actually not that bad. It just, like I said, I mean, no, regardless of how you feel, anytime you have profits and you see them walk away, right? Your profits get diluted in some way, some fashion. You're kind of like, yeah, that sucks, right? Especially when you have thousands and thousands of dollars, you're in the green, and you're like, yeah, that kind of sucks to see, 20, 30, 40% walk outside your wallet, right? Even though you might be up, it still sucks. Like there's no questions about that. And I have to tell myself, like, as much as Elon is like the richest man in the world, I mean, he's down what, billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars he's down, so I mean, I get that as much as like us average people are still down a lot. I mean, the crazy thing is a lot of these rich people, I mean, BlackRock's down significantly. All these major corporations are down significantly. So as much as we're down, they're down as well, which is why a lot of them are coming to voice out their concerns now. All of this may end up in an international agreement to use ISOs. You think so? Short-term pain, long-term gain. Yeah. Are we in a bear market now? They haven't really said that we're in a bear market. One crazy thing here is that right here, or where is it at? I pushed this thing up here. It says BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says we probably are in a recession right now. So I mean, you got one of the largest CEOs in BlackRock out here saying that we're in a recession right now. You know, uh, and then he also came out and said that there could be another 20% stock market decline. So I mean, can that happen? I don't know. I mean, you got a lot of people out here talking about that. And again, I think that kind of rhetoric, saying another 20% stock market decline, is just to shake out the retail investors, because a lot of people are going to get freaked out about that, right? You got $10,000 in the stock market, you're going to lose another 20% of that. You could be down another 2K or however much it is, more than that, right? And so people can get freaked out on hearing stuff like that. So I think this is more of a tactic. I don't really care for him saying that, because it just causes more fear in the markets. So that's just my personal thing. I sold my H bar the other day at double my cost basis, used the proceeds to fuel buying base. All right. All right. You would go tell them how it is. We're in doubt, zoom out. This market will bounce back. Yeah. I mean, every market bounces back. So the only time you're going to lose in this market, is if you obviously do some form of, you get liquidated because you put in some longs or some shorts, right? So your futures trading, you're going to lose in this market because it's so unpredictable. Most likely you'll lose. And then if you sell your positions, you lose in this market. And so hopefully people realize that this is an accumulation time during the markets, and instead of selling your positions for a loss, you have a whole year left to really work this out. And we know that probably, I mean, just now announced, if you guys aren't on top of this, announced right here, a closed board meeting on April 7th. So today at 11:30 a.m. So it just happened literally a couple hours ago. The Federal Reserves got together to have a closed door meeting to talk about rate cuts. So this is all a tactic by Donald Trump to force the hand of the Federal Reserves to basically speed up the rate cuts. And again, you can see this by his rhetoric, not only with what he's saying here, but I mean, a lot of this has to do with the rhetoric he's putting out here. I mean, he called out Jerome Powell the other day, basically saying he's playing politics and that everything's looking good. And he says it right here. Oil prices are down, interest rates are down. The slow moving Fed should cut rates. Food prices are down. There's no inflation, and the long time abused U.S. is bringing in billions of dollars a week from the abusing countries on tariffs that are already in place. This isn't despite the fact that the biggest abuser of them all, China, whose markets are crashing, just raised its tariff by 34% on top of its long-term ridiculously high tariffs plus. Not acknowledging my warning for abusing countries not to retaliate, they made enough for decades, taking advantage of the good old USA. Our past leaders are to blame for allowing this, and so much else to happen to our country. Are blaming this and so much else to happen to our country. Make America great again. So he basically is coming out here and saying that there's no inflation, and that the Federal Reserves are the ones that are dragging their feet to cause a lot of this. And so I do think that this is his tactic to bring the Federal Reserves to the table, which is what they did today. And this is really to talk about, bringing down the rates. I mean, are we going to have an emergency rate cut happen today? I don't know. Are we going to have it tomorrow, or is there going to be an announcement of an emergency rate cut because of everything? Again, the further we go into a recession or discuss the discussion of a recession, it's going to force the Federal Reserves to cut their rates. It'd be nearly impossible for the Feds not to cut their rates if we start to go into a recession. Because again, if they wait too long, we're going to go into depression. We're going to go into stagflation. We're going to go into some other things, and that's what Japan's going through right now, right? They're going through stagflation, and we don't want that. And so this is, I think, a really, just my personal opinion, and everything I'm reading and all the signs on the wall, and not just my personal opinion. I mean, I've talked with my father, and he believes too that this is really Trump's tactic to bring in. We're going to probably have 3 to 4 rate cuts this year, just based off of the tactics of what Trump's doing. That's kind of where it's at right now. You can't have the green without the red. I'm a Canadian outside looking and don't see a problem with Trump doing tariffs on countries, tariffing the U.S. Yeah, I think that's, but there was an argument made today, and I read an article today talking about how Vietnam reached out to Donald Trump and said, okay, well, we won't put any tariffs on you if you don't put any tariffs on us. And so we'll go through from a 0-0 tariff. And Trump said, no, that's not going to work for us. And the reason why it's not going to work for us is because a lot of the product that comes through Vietnam is actually funneled through from China into Vietnam and then sold to the United States. And so it's just China's way of getting into the United States through a lower tariff. And so he basically said that's not going to work for us. So there's other countries out here where he's going to not take away these zero tariffs because of the manipulation and the stealing of products by China, right? So I mean, the whole thing here really is to go after China. I don't think it's any other country. I think it's mostly having to do with China. And right now, China's honestly China. If you go just like do some just simple research here, China's economy right now is literally, I mean, it's in the gutter, dude. It's going to get 10 times worse. They're going to probably go into a massive depression here. On top of that, they have a massive shortage in workers. They got a massive shortage in childbirth. Like, they can't even fill the houses that they built. I mean, you guys have all seen this. I mean, China is really going to be in a desperate state here to really try to keep up with the growing economy. And right now, they're struggling. The yuan right now is down significantly. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but in all reality, I mean, that's kind of where Trump's at. I feel like he's really trying to bankrupt China, and it's because China owns the United States and a lot of Americans' debt. And so, how do you get rid of that debt? I feel this is kind of like his way of bringing them to the table to basically not own America anymore. As you guys know, go look at the U.S. debt. How much of it's actually owned by China, and a significant portion of it is. You think XRP will hit 165? It's so hard to say where these prices are, dude. I mean, what I'm thinking and where they're at. I mean, everything is so off kilter. I mean, this is like I said, this is kind of a black swan event for the cycle right now. No one, I mean, some people could probably anticipate this, but I mean, the markets haven't seen this much volatility. I mean, we're talking the stock market hasn't seen this much volatility since the 1980s. I mean, we're losing 3 days. I mean, we've lost trillions and trillions of dollars over. I mean, literally 30% of our stock market was lost in 3 days. I mean, that's pretty wild, guys. I mean, to know that we're a $55 trillion market and we lost 30% of it in basically 3 days is just crazy. It's insane. It's insane to even say that. Dude, I thought you knew what you were doing. I got to leave the channel now. All right, bye, Layla. Peace. Because this is all national reasons and does not aid other countries, I wonder how this will all affect foreign policy. It'll be interesting to see how it works. Hey, Austin, off subject, do you think this will pass on no tax on tips? Yeah, I think that's going to pass for sure. Yeah. This is when people start to understand BTC. Dude, 100% Tennessee Eco, man. BTC has no tariffs. One BTC is one BTC. There's going to be nothing changes there. That's why it's so perfect. Well, one thing I can say, living in different parts of the world, one country can't work without the other, just how it works. Yeah. And I don't think that Trump's trying to again, personal opinion, I don't think Trump's trying to. I think he is trying to make America first. And yeah, that's kind of what it is. All right, Dylan, peace out to you too. Hey, Austin, during the bear market, am I able to DCA into an even? I mean, yeah, bear markets are good. That's the best time you want to accumulate. I mean, in all reality, you don't want to accumulate the tops of these cryptos. You do want to buy and trade and sell. But I mean, for the most part, these are the times that you want to buy. I mean, this is the time that you want to accumulate as much as possible. We already saw what can happen when the markets are great, right? Even if you go back, let's just start looking at some of the charts here. So let's just take XRP. I mean, we already saw that when things are being good, the memo's good, the messaging's good, the markets are looking good. We know that XRP can get back to 340. The $3.40 is not that far away. I mean, it seems far away, but it's really not. I mean, we've fallen down pretty good, right? Almost 44% from that, but we can come back from that. And if you bought right now, to get back up there, you're talking almost an 80% gain, right? So to get back to its original thing, it's an 80% gain from where we're at. And we know that it can get there. So it's whether you believe it or not. It's up to you to decide if that's the crypto you want to buy into and whether that's something you should. Again, these are top tier cryptos that I'm personally have bought into and I'm holding on to. Like, I have no desire to sell it. I have no desire. I'm a long-term person. We already know. I mean, just go, even if you don't really care for Warren Buffett, I mean, realize that Warren Buffett has said that, I mean, most people can't hold on to these things long enough to be wealthy. And that's what happens. I mean, people just can't hold on to them long enough to be wealthy. So they sell at the short term for short-term gains, and they are completely blinded by the long-term effect of holding on to something for a long period of time. And so unfortunately, we're in the era where people just want to make quick money. They want to get in, they want to get out. They want to, they want to make a couple $100 and they're done. And unfortunately, when you do that, you're only making a couple $100. But if you actually held long term and just set it and forget it with a lot of these top tier cryptos and or stocks, I mean, we've already seen, I mean, through the years, these things will continue to grow, continue to get bigger and better. And next thing you know, you're going to be sitting on, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And that's the kind of the goal for why you hold on to these things long term. I don't know how else to say that any clearer. I'm down 60K, still not selling. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down pretty good. I mean, I'm in the red over the last year, right, because of everything. But I mean, you're kind of, or not in the red over the last year, over the last I guess this year, right, in 2025. I mean, if you look back, I'm still in the green. But I mean, when you look into your portfolio, yeah, it shows red. I only invest when I'm willing to lose. That's the best thing, song and dance. That's the best thing you can do. Republicans exported manufacturing jobs in the 80s, now crying for them back. Different shift, right, JD? I mean, the Republican Party of the 80s is not the Republican Party of today. Just like the Democratic Party of today is definitely not the Democratic Party of the 90s and in the 2000s, early 2000s. I mean, all party lines have shifted, dude. I mean, like things got crazy, and so what was once is no longer now. What was once history with Bitcoin is no longer now. I mean, honestly, I mean, what we predicted for 2025 is so off basis now. We got to go through the pain before it rains. Yeah. What's up, Tim Shea? Good to see you, man. That meeting was fake news, Trump said. The meeting for the feds. I wonder why I wonder if they didn't put any this was Charlie Kirk, who's obviously pretty they didn't put any there was no fact check on this. This was planned. I guess it was a planned meeting for today. They're saying that it was they're saying that this was a emergency meeting, but I guess it was a planned meeting. So, I mean, that could be positive, right? Let's see here. Volatility markers are great money makers. I don't know where all that is down because we'll see. I don't know what that said. We never had income tax till the Federal Reserves came in. We're already in a depression. I don't know if we're in a depression, dude. I don't think we'll go through depressions, but let's see here. No pain, no gain. USA traded manufacturing jobs for finance jobs. Hey, man, I mean, you got to do something, right? I mean, if we kept down the same, we could probably all agree if we continue down the same path year over year, we just continue on the same path of crazy spending and a crazy amount of printing of money. Like we would not have a country anymore. I mean, America would be gone, dude. I mean, with America as we know it, like our kids would not be able to. My kids would not be able to afford anything. In the next 2-3 years, I wouldn't be able to afford anything. A lot of us would have a hard time buying things. I think people start to realize. I think we've all become accustomed to just living our lives in a country that we know we could go down the street and buy anything that we want to buy, get the gas we want to live. Well, we live a pretty damn good life in America. And what's crazy is that if you flip that upside down and you start to have massive inflation, you start to have where the American dollar is not worth anything anymore, and you start to really look at that, like just in hindsight, I guarantee you people would have a different take on us just continuing the path that we've had. And yeah, it might suck right now, dude. The pain sucks right now, but there had to be some kind of shift in the markets, or there had to be a shift period, dude, with how we were spending everything. Trump bootlickers are so pathetic. The levels of tariff Trump's claims are a lie. I mean, it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, that's the crazy thing. We can all complain, but in all reality, I mean, there's nothing we can do about what they say or what they do. It's already happened. It's so funny. You guys get so upset. A lot of people get in here upset because what are you supposed to do? What do you get angry, get upset that there's tariffs? I mean, like, what is going to happen? Why would you spend so much energy getting so upset about the tariffs? Nothing that any of us could do about it. We could sit here and complain and spend all of our energy on it. There's nothing we can say or do about it. So you just try to plan accordingly. Yeah, there's a lot of them. I mean, I get you guys get emotional, but I mean, it's nothing about praising the guy. What can you say? What can you do? Trump attacking Canada to bribe it to become the 51st state. I don't think that's going to happen though. Yeah, he did come out. Trump did come out and say, "Don't panic." Right? I mean, he called us panicans. Right here, the United States has a chance to do something that we should have done decades ago. Don't be weak. Don't be stupid. Don't be a panicking. A new party based on weak and stupid people. Oh, dude, be strong, courageous, and patient. Greatness will be the result. That's so funny, dude. He is like, he doesn't give a he doesn't give a crap, dude. He does not give a crap anymore, dude. If you think he gives a crap, he does not. He's gonna say what he's gonna say. He's gonna do what he's gonna wants to do, and we're all just here to stand on the sidelines and watch. What are we gonna say and do? Fed doesn't want to cut rates, so Trump is forcing their hands. 100%, dude. That's 100% what it is. Adam, thanks so much for the $5 super chat. Good morning. Tariffs are baked in, guys. Tariffs are baked in. Sometimes you feel like they are. He's not trying. He is crashing. How else does the fourth industrial revolution get implemented? It's not a bad way. What's up, Timmy? Let the weak hands leave. Yeah, people will leave. But what's going to happen is just like we see all the time, dude. This happens all the time. And this happened last bear market and last when the president came in. What happens is that people they sell their positions. They end up getting out of their positions that they're in. And what happens is they actually come back and they're going to buy at a higher price. That's what's going to happen. And unfortunately for them, like they're going to miss out. They're going to miss out on a lot of money. They're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities and a lot of percentage gains. Like I said, that's what happens every single time. I know people will say, "Well, that's not me. I won't do that." Well, a lot of people do that. A lot of people get panic and they sell for a loss. And not only are they going to take the loss, they're going to then buy back into the markets and they're going to buy back at a higher price than what they actually sold for. That happens, I guarantee you, probably 90%, I'd say 99% of the time, that probably happens to retail investors. This market is on an algorithm, dude. This market is traded with algorithmic traders. Like, it's not like there's people out there that are literally just trading this with not even like you and like retail investors are. We're in there, we're buying and selling and stuff like that. But a majority of anyone jumping into this, the rich, the companies, the institutions, it's all based off an algorithm, and it's algorithmic trading. It's computers trading for them. When they see a number, it sells. When they see a number, they buy. And that's what causes this markets to happen, right? And unfortunately, people like us, retail investors, we have a lot of emotion and we buy and sell off of emotion. And a lot of these people, like good old Larry Fink right here, where's he at on my little timeline here? He comes out and he says that we're in a recession and then another 20% stock market decline. When a retail investor sees that 20% stock decline, they're probably selling right now. They're probably selling their positions, and unfortunately, they're going to miss the bottom and they're going to buy at a higher price. It's going to happen. It's going to happen to a majority of the people that are in general. That's going to happen. Hey guys, I changed my profile picture, lost my membership. Oh, Bob Fox, you did change your. What's up, Bob? It's hard to set and forget if you invested 15K and it's over. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I mean, dude, it's no different than you putting that money into the stock market. I mean, I'm hoping that you're putting money into the markets that like you're putting in long term. Like again, if you're putting in money short term, then yeah, you probably should have sold. You probably should have put a stop loss in and only took a 2% loss or a 3% loss. You shouldn't have took a 40% loss if you were looking to buy in and only day trade. But a majority of the people, I mean, you should be investing in good cryptos. You should be investing in good stocks so that when you're looking back and going, yeah, it's down, but I mean, I'm in here for the long-term haul. And as long as you're looking at it that way, you shouldn't need that 15K at that point. I get that some people put more money in that they put money in that they're not willing to lose or they need. And unfortunately, they then rely on that and they have to then sell for a loss, which kind of sucks. No problem, Scott. Thanks for being here, dude. So many other indicators that XRP is being implemented worldwide. And it's like I said, I mean, XRP is still XRP still has a strong chart. It finally hit a new all-time low, right? And or all-time, I said all-time low, but a new low for the cycle of 161. And I mean, that's kind of where this like line there you can see right here where we had this um a level of support, some level of support right here. It definitely filled up this fair value gap, which you can see right here. This fair value gap started at 178 and went all the way down to 156 right here. But yeah, I mean, it's down pretty good right now. This is a pretty good sell off right now. I mean, we're down roughly 40%. Last time we had that big of a sell off was back in about August 5th of 2024. We went down almost 34%, then 26, 21, 21, 28. Now we're down to 40. So, I actually tell you the truth, that's where we're at right now. That's probably not even the total. We're down, that hit a 52% decrease, which is pretty damn good if you think about it. That's a pretty good fall. I mean, H bar's down a lot, dude. H bar from its height up here on the cycle at 40 cents. I mean, this thing went all the way down almost 68%. This thing actually hit this thing almost hit bear market declines. 68% is a big fall, right? I told you guys anywhere from 78 to 85% is 75 to 80% was a decline for an altcoin, if not a little more than that. And we're roughly only 10% away from that on average. So another 10% would put us right in the bear market, like bear market declines, which is just wild to even think that like that's kind of where we're at. I mean, in all reality, this thing is almost hit where we at in the previous bull market. And I told you guys that usually in a bear market, which again, I don't even know if this is a bear market or bull market now anymore, but I mean, we're roughly only from where this actually hit, we're roughly 7% away from it hitting the height of the previous bull market. So, I mean, that's kind of crazy to say that we would fall down to that height, which would put us about a 34. So it doesn't make the numbers don't add up, but I mean, we're almost there. We're almost there. My new pick profile is my one and done album. Oh, nice, dude. You're one and done. I'm depressed. Does that mean we are on a depression? Yes, Paul. That's exactly what it means. Are we there yet? What's up, Albert? Over the past 3 days, global stock markets have experienced significant declines. Yeah, we have seen a significant decline. I need one more day like this so I can buy. All right. If you ever been broke before or grew up struggling, then this is a light work and not need to panic. What's up, Boomer? You can blame the guy trying to fix it or the guy that put us here. I mean, I think it's probably just years and years of I mean, I think everyone has their ideas of what's good and what's bad. And I think over time we've started to realize that, I mean, just printing money is just not good, right? I mean, wasting taxpayers' money is not great. I mean, I don't want to keep paying taxes that I know is not going to come back. Those rich penguins in those remote islands need to pay tariffs. The Fed's meeting was an emergency meeting, just a normal. Okay, yeah, I think I saw that. The Feds are discussing how to stop Trump. I don't know if they can. That's really what it comes. Jose, you're right. That's what I'm trying to say is that a majority of the people that buy into this is hoping that they're going to make 100% to 300% over a week, and sometimes you gotta that doesn't happen. Most of the time, it doesn't happen. And what's going to happen is they're going to miss the rally. It's the same people that bought right here. It's the same people that bought right here that missed this. Because they didn't start buying until about right here, right? And then they were only up like 10, 20% right here. And they're like, okay, that's not enough. And then they basically now they're selling lower than their positions here. That's the psychology of this market, man. It's insane. But that's really what's happening. A majority of the people out there. And I'm being serious when I say this, because again, I've been in this space long enough. I know the mindset of where a lot of people are. And it's because I used to be exactly like that myself. Years and years and years ago, I would do the same exact shit over and over and over again. I would wait for things to rally. I would get excited about it. And all of a sudden I'd be buying up here at the $2 mark. I'd be buying up here at the 225. And then it was like, okay, yeah, it's starting to rally. Things are starting to look good. I'm finally in profits right now. It's gone up about, 46%. So I'm up like, I put 10K and I'm up 4,000. I'm excited. And then I watched this thing dwindle down. And now I'm at my break-even point's $2. And then it comes back down here and I sell for a loss, right? I sell for a loss. And then what happens is this thing is going to come back up. And what happens? I start buying at the 250 mark, the 250 mark right here. And I'm definitely now I'm 50 cents higher than where I was at the $2 mark. And that's kind of what happens. That's exactly what happened down here with all these people that missed out on this. A lot of us accumulated during this period, and a lot of people didn't start buying in until probably right here at the $1.50. So they missed out on basically almost a 400% gain, if not, probably less than that, probably a 300% gain. But that's the name of the game, dude. And the people that just buy and sit and wait, those are the people that are going to make the money. Come to Cali, we always accept EBT. It's actually crazy. Speaking of EBTs, we have a couple gas stations that I fill up at, and they actually have signs now that says we do not accept any more EBTs. And I was like, holy crap, that's kind of the first time I've seen that. Sub mode is on, yes. No one paid attention to the pillaging of America before tariffs. True. We have a lot of people that have different opinions. Start calling out these people panicins when they act up in the chat. I am going to call them panicins, dude. People get all upset. Why are you guys getting mad at me? Some people are getting mad at me for just talking about the news. I had like 5 people in here already upset, like coming in hot because I'm talking about the news. It's kind of crazy. I'm not even the one making the policy on this. Yet I'm the asshole. I love Black Friday sales. Yeah. This is awesome. What can be unburdened by what has been? Oh my God, dude. I didn't even think I'd ever hear that statement again. Who you got winning the World Series? The Mariners. They're doing dismal. There's a notable development with the XRP ecosystem, for instance. 70,000 XRP raised. That's pretty good, Ian. Apply for EBTs. I'm not panicked because I put in what I knew I was. Yeah, that's good. That's the right way to do it, Scott. I think that's the right way to do it. He's been talking about doing this for 30 years. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, some people believe that. Some people don't. Never invest in crypto, what you can't afford to lose. I like that you guys are all saying that, honestly, because that's the best messaging you could say to anyone. If people are putting money in, and this is like, it's funny, I have family and friends that are like, hey, should I invest in the markets right now? And I'm like, I mean, honestly, if I had like, let's just say I had like $100,000 right now in my back pocket, like where would I put it? I'd probably just buy Bitcoin and just let it sit there, dude. I probably would today. I'd buy Bitcoin at its current price right now and just let it sit. I wouldn't even look back. If you own crypto and it still hasn't gone to zero, then you still own it 100%. Even if it goes to zero, you still own it. It's on the blockchain. Not typing much, eating and watching. Heck yeah, I gotta get that. Gotta get that food in. If you're a person who's bitching about what's going on, please at least learn from it. Pipeline, that's a good one. Anytime you have a system that is allowed to go unchecked, like our government has done, it's going to take a complete 180 to fix it. That's true. I'll give you that. I mean, we have gone unchecked. We could all agree with that. I shot my average down for HBAR today. So glad I did. Dude, that's the right way to do it. I mean, this thing went all the way down to all the way down to 12 cents, dude. I mean, that's where it got tough for me, dude. I saw this morning, dude, and I was like, man, could you guys know my average price is like what was it? Like, it was like 4 cents, a little over 4 cents. And so, again, we're up. I was almost up at a 10x. I was at a 10x earlier this year, right? 10x earlier this year. Went from literally, we were buying this thing at 4 cents. We averaged my average price was like 4.5 cents. This thing went up to 40 cents. I was a 10x on my investment this year on a blue chip crypto. And I've watched this thing go all the way down. I'm up roughly, when I saw it hit 12, I was roughly up about 300%. So you can see I've lost 700% of my investment for sitting on this throughout the last, it's that I've accumulated since 2022, 2021, 2022, right? Since over here, we've been accumulating this basically since 2022. So 3 years later, I finally get to see a 10x on it. I still hold through it because, again, I'm not going to sell it, right? Should I have, in hindsight? Yeah, I probably should have in hindsight, but I wasn't going to. Took my 10x and invested down here, which is what a lot of people would say, but again, that's some people's game. That wasn't mine when it came to my long-term investments. And, I was hoping that we would expand more up here. And I'm trying to get to an all-time high and or to the $2 range. My goal was $2 on HBAR. So not saying that that's still not inexistent, but it is, like I said, you go from you losing 700% of your investment. I mean, 700% of your investment lost is a lot when you start to think about it. This week will be rough, but it'll be short back up. It's going to run again. I mean, dude, we're going to have the tax packages coming in here. I made a video a couple days ago talking about how the Senate has approved. I think that they're moving forward with the tax package. So the Republican Senate is already on board with the tax package. I think once the tax cuts come for Americans, that's going to be huge. Then we're going to have rate cuts coming in. So yeah, we're probably looking at the end of Q3 going into Q4. We're probably going to rally and hopefully hit heights we've never seen before. So yeah, Kenny G, it's right. He just Trump does not give a shit anymore, dude. You can say what you want to say, you can do what you want to do. He's gonna do what he thinks is right. And again, I guess that's just what happens now. I mean, what are you gonna do about it? Like, what are you gonna do about it? What can you possibly do about it? Like, there's nothing anyone can do about it. So we have a president saying our government won't freeload on these tariffs to offer a better free trade and our people will do better. This builds, yeah. Swimming to the data. That's kind of what a lot of people, some people can't see that. Some people believe it. So I guess it'll really come down to if the tariffs work, what's being said now? What would be said then? I mean, is everyone going to hate Trump then because the tariffs worked? Or, I mean, what is the Democrat Party going to say when the tariffs do work? I know what they're saying now, but what are they going to say when they do work? What happens then? It's kind of the right passage. Yeah, Chris Sham with you. Promises made, promises kept. We finally have a president with some balls. Worthless nuts. You only lose when you sell. Yeah, definitely. You definitely only lose when you sell. Oh, Queef, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, bud. Appreciate you becoming a member again to the channel. Hope all is well with you, man. Who you got tonight? Gators or Houston? I'm probably gonna go. I probably say I'm gonna go for the underdog. I'm gonna go for Houston. Don't you have a soccer training? Yeah, I have soccer training tonight. Yeah, I'll be up soccer training. Great games this weekend, dude. Great games this weekend. My daughters played the best games they've ever played in their lives. My daughters played, and they had their last game of the season, last game of the spring season, and they play on separate teams, and both of them played the best games that they've ever played in soccer, dude. They just worked hard. You know, it was great. It was great games all weekend, dude. Competitive. It was great. EBTs should be able to buy. Dude, EBTs are crazy. It was crazy how many places accept EBTs. Jobs were moved overseas by people like Henry Kissinger due to these globalist tariffs. So this may be necessary, even though long term would rather get rid of tariffs. Yeah, I mean, I think obviously free trade's nice, but markets are coming back right now. I will say this. I mean, the markets are coming back. Look, the Dow's at minus 236 and NASDAQ's up plus 102. I mean, the markets are coming back right now. So I get that recession fears grow over Trump's tariffs, but the markets are starting to work their way back to some degree, right? I mean, they're probably not where everyone thinks they should be, but I mean, Bitcoin's coming back up. XRP is almost to 190 again. I mean, HBAR is coming back to almost 15 cents again. The markets are coming back. So, you know, have we hit bottom? I don't know. Are we going to see a bigger 20%? Are we going to see another 20% dip in the markets? I don't know. But what I do know is that come here at the end of the year, towards the end of the year, Q3, Q4, we have a lot of things that will be coming up. And I have no doubt in my mind that we're probably going to see a massive rally back in this market. There's a lot of companies coming back to America. There's a lot of companies that are bringing money back into America to build here in America. I do believe that's happening. We're already starting to see it. And I think that these tariffs are really just negotiating to bring more money to America. Say what you want to say about it, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. You know, there's nothing we can say or do. We either disagree with the tariffs or you agree with the tariffs. I just want people. I just don't want Americans to be taken advantage of. And if we can sit out there and say, hey, you know, you're taking advantage of us, I think we should do a 1-for-1. Now, I think this is mostly. I think the tariff thing is I don't think it's a global thing. I think it's a China thing. Now knowing what we're seeing right here in his tweet right here today, at first when the tariff thing happened, he came out and he talked about it and he put out the tariffs across all the countries and everything like that. It was like, okay, I think that he was trying to basically say that like I'm going to do this to everyone, and basically then now it's become a China thing. I think really it comes down to China. I truly believe that. I truly believe this is to like squash out China. I think his goal is to literally obliterate China. Like that. Say what you want, but I think that's what it is. Trump has until Thursday to make a deal with China. I think he's trying to literally extinguish China. That's just where I'm at. Would you be interested in a slate stone drink coaster? That's pretty cool. I have only been in crypto for 5 months still, but I'm learning what not to do from Austin. I'm getting better understanding watching Austin. Oh, Marin, I appreciate you being here. I don't. Sorry, dude, I've been. I need to. I need to get better about my streaming. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry. So sorry. Ostrodomus. You guys are funny, man. Because someone monetized Panikins. They probably could, dude. Trademark that stuff today. Someone's trademarking that right now. 12-pack of soda went from $7 to $20 over the weekend at Walmart. Did it really, dude? That's wild, bro. JP Morgan research shows that 10 best days over the last 20 years occurred after major market dips. Oh, wow. Austin, need to go to long soccer tournament. Yeah, soccer tournament. I have a long soccer tournament on April 25th. It'll be 3-day tournament. So hopefully we see a rally there. Can't lie, this hurts, but I'm holding. Yeah, I'm with you, man. It hurts me too, dude. I'm 100%. It hurts me too to see we paid to build the Red Army and now we cut that shit out. That's kind of what happened, Ian. I think that's like, that's kind of where it's at. You do disappear for a little. Eh? I'm sorry, Matt. My bad, dude. My bad. Yeah, and the Empire fell. Stop telling people how much you hold. I tell people all the time how much I hold. I should probably stop. Market just went green again. Short-lived rally. Be careful. Yeah, we're starting to see a rally back. I mean, this is kind of what I was saying is that, markets are going to come back. They're going to swing back and forth. There's a lot of manipulation in the markets right now. I mean, XRP back up to $1.91. But again, what I'm trying to say here is that now this is where what's going to happen is like XRP is going to come back. Let's just play hypothetically here. XRP is going to come back. It's going to go above $2 again. Then everyone's going to be excited and happy. But what happened was that people are going to start buying when it gets into the $2 to $3, the 225, and they missed out on all these other opportunities out here. And that's just kind of like how the cycle of people's psychology works in crypto. And or they sold their positions, and they're behind on the 8-ball. I've got a limit order in for $1.67. Yeah, I don't $1.67. It could hit again. It could hit again. You never know. All Trump's got to do is say tariff. Big rally for my birthday on the 10th. All right. The bottom isn't in though. Just a quick bounce. Yeah, it could be. We don't know. It's so hard to say. Like I said, I'm buying. I'm accumulating. I'm holding. And that's kind of where it's at, dude. And right now, I actually haven't bought any more crypto. I'm honestly just in a hold pattern for this market right now. I'll be honest with you guys, dude. This whole pattern has kind of been where I'm at. H-bar back above the $15 mark. I have an average now about 215. I'll just keep. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. You brought it down good, dude. 215. This is a perfect time, man. If you bought it at $3 on XRP, this is a perfect time to be buying, dude. I mean, to bring your cost average down. Yes, I just say how much up a percentage up and down. Yeah, I'm down pretty good right now. I mean, we're down. Like my H-bar is down 700% from its high, right? I mean, 4 cents. We're buying H-bar at 4 cents average cost. This thing went up to 40 cents, so I'm down 700% right now on my H-bar. I mean, are you guys down 700% on your H-bar? I took profit last week, and I'm gonna hold for a while. Yeah, it's good. That's good, dude. Jelly is doing good. Yeah, no. Stuart Russell, no. Between 199 and 101 is the same amount of XRP. So, yeah, don't worry about the pennies when DCA. 100%, 100%, dude. That's the right way, Lord. I personally don't think it's the bottom yet. Yeah, and I'm in a hold. You know what I mean? Like I'm comfortable now. Like I'm just like, you know what? This is such a hard market to test right now. Hard market to play in, and I'm comfortable where I'm at. And I've invested all the money that I'm willing to lose in this market. And I'm just gonna sit here and when I feel the need to accumulate, I'll start to accumulate again. Grabbed 20%. Okay. I did want to bring something up here. I totally forgot, dude. I saw someone in the chat here talking about Pure Wallet. So they're actually Pure Wallet's gonna have a big update coming out here. Hopefully in a couple days. I I just got an update from them. They have a pretty big update coming out here for Pure Wallet. Not only are they going to be at Bitcoin, they got a booth at Bitcoin. And I'm going to be out there. I'll be in Vegas on the end of May to be out there with Pure Wallet at the Bitcoin 2025 conference. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll be in Vegas for three or 4 days with the Bitcoin. So if you guys are out that way or you're at the Bitcoin conference, dude, like definitely hit me up, dude. We'll definitely say what's up, and I'll definitely be at the Pure Wallet booth to hang out with them and to help push the Pure Wallet. Like I said, obviously I worked on it. I've been a part of the project, building it and things like that. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for them. They got the dark mode coming out, which will be badass. So pretty pumped for that. And they're moving the offline capabilities outside the cold wallet, so you'll be able to just move your money around inside the wallet for free. So that's kind of badass too. So never heard you bring up the Pure Wallet before. You guys are funny, dude. Never heard me bring up Pure Wallet before. Yeah, and it's still going through pre-sale right now. So kudos to them for pushing through that. I think it's going to continue the pre-sale into May or into the Bitcoin conference. So let's see here. China needs us more. We need them. You think so? Do you think criming to get more money? European proposed a 25% tariff on U.S. goods. All right. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to sort of see what happens over the next week, right? I think there's gonna be a lot of finger pointing. I don't know what's gonna happen. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. Do you recommend moving HBAR to Nano X is difficult? Yes, it's not the easiest. Use Hashpack for HBAR. Thank me later. Yeah, the Hashpack is good for HBAR. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Still up 90% XRP. The king is saving money. Okay. Have money to buy XRP, but I really think it's going to go back to 160. It could put, you don't lose money by putting in a buy order, right? The buy order just sits there, and if it fills, it fills. I recommend buy the dip, and it will rip. This all by design. Yeah, it's going to Lars. I'm with you, man. We're gonna make it. It's gonna come back. The whole market's gonna come back. I kind of this kind of reminds me of this market right here. So I don't know if you guys how many people were actually invested in the markets during this whole scenario. But this was a very, very similar. This chart right now that we're looking on right now is a very similar chart. I mean, in all reality, we can continue to push up out of this, but that's kind of what happened here, dude. We had some negative. We hit all-time highs, and then we came crashing down, dude. The markets came crashing down almost what? I mean, Bitcoin came down almost 55%. And then we bounced back up, and we went back from 55% down. We went right back up to roughly almost 140% up. So, and Bitcoin hasn't even dropped 50%. I mean, we're down roughly. I mean, the furthest we went down was 31%. If we went down 50%, we'd be down well into 53,000. So we haven't even gone down that far, and we're saying that this could potentially, even if we lose another 20% on the market right now, that puts us at what? That would put us at a 50%. But I don't see that. I mean, shit, that's crazy. But you never know. There's nothing like crazy that's out there. I mean, I think that we've gone through the worst, but some people believe that we haven't. But it kind of reminds me of that, where we come down and then we have a nice little spring back up. And this didn't actually happen. This right here didn't happen until fourth quarter, going into September, end of third quarter, into fourth quarter. This all happened right here. So we started bouncing back around third quarter. Going into fourth quarter, we had the spring back, and that's kind of what's going to happen here. We'll probably continue to dwindle down. We could find another bottom here, and then we'll have a nice little spring back up coming into Q4, Q3, end of Q3, Q4. Austin, you suck at picking March Madness. I gotta go now. Hey, dude, if Auburn, and this was crazy. If Auburn won and Duke won, and then Duke won it all, I'd have taken fourth out of 850 brackets. That was pretty good, but it didn't happen that way. So, yeah, world market's down, not just crypto. Guess who's short? Yeah, the whole market's down. I mean, the global market is down right now. NASDAQ's making its way back, though. So we'll see how that works out. I think I have another choice of words other than saying, yeah, this market's been wild, dude. This market has been wild. I've been trading for 25 years and I'm calling this bottom. You're calling this the bottom? All right. All right. Trump not gonna let a market fail. He had billions invested in, period. Yeah. So many people. I mean, dude, I was just talking, I mean, the amount of money that like Elon's lost in this market's crazy. Tristan Marino, I hold it in Ledger. I put a link in my description box of the Ledger I bought. It's in my description box of the video. You can go click on that and take a look at it. I use Ledger for majority of my stuff. Yeah, now the number of people pretending they didn't sell. That's what. Yeah, you're gonna have people that like, I didn't sell. I held through this. I bought at the perfect time. You know, no, you didn't. There's so much panic sell going on right now. Time for the look at the gas. You know, JD. All these countries need America. They will meet our demands. They probably will. Trust the process. I'm with you, Tommy. With you, Tommy. But all right, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I got things I gotta get done today. I appreciate you guys being here. Number one. Thank you guys so much for all the likes. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Markets are what they're gonna do, dude. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to see the markets do this. I'll tell you that. There's massive fatigue in these markets right now. I feel the fatigue. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel the fatigue. But it's good to see you. Last hour, we're back up in the green here. We'll see if we can continue into the week. We're already seeing in the stock market coming back just slightly on the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. The Dow has actually dropped. I mean, we opened up the day in the 1600 marks. Now we're down to only 200 points down. So, I mean, we come back on the markets nicely there too. It's going to be a crazy week. The only advice I have for you that the only time you lose is if you sell. A lot of us are here to hold long term. And the people that are here to hold long term, like myself and a lot of you, are the ones that are going to make it. Those are the ones that are going to make it in markets like this. And so just continue to hold strong, continue to accumulate as much as you possibly can during these times, because when the time comes where this actually does spring back, you will all be sitting back laughing and having a good time. That's really what it comes down to. So I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your day. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, showing up, showing out. Love you guys a ton. Stay strong. With all that, we're out. Peace out, everyone.